Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your December 2020 mid-month general reading. This reading is for the fire sign of Sagittarius. Welcome everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Thanks for joining us here today, tuning into this channel and this video. I hope that you're all having a nice transition into the holiday season, and ahead of time I wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. So this reading is for the fire sign of Sagittarius for the last 2 weeks of December. So that Sagittarius sun, moon, rising, if your Venus is in Sagittarius, or if you're cross-watching for a Sagittarian, it's all relevant. But of course is going to resonate differently with everyone, being a general reading. So watch all of your signs if you know them, because it can bring in additional insight and perspective. If you find that any of the readings do resonate with you and you'd like to reach out for a personal reading for yourself, or perhaps as a holiday gift for friends, family, or loved ones, they do make great holiday gifts. Nothing more personal than a personal reading, and particularly safe during these times because you don't have to leave your house to either give them or receive them. But if you're interested in that for yourself or anyone else, click on the description link below. You'll see my email address there. Feel free to email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I can usually respond the same day. I do offer a wide variety of readings in all the main areas of life, different types, lengths, costs. And particularly popular this time of year are the 6 and 12 month overviews, which give you kind of a sneak peek ahead for 6 or 12 months, depending on how far ahead you want to look, which a lot of people like to order as we're winding down 1 year and looking ahead at a new year. So something to keep in mind. And as I do readings full time, I'm pretty diligent with working with my schedule and your schedule to get those readings set up as quickly as possible. So email me if you are interested. Okay, Sagittarius, I am using Tarot of Dreams, clarifying with the Gilded Tarot Royale for those of you who need to know. Sagittarius, last 2 weeks of December. We begin with the Knight of Coins, followed by the Sun. Somebody has a plan and is working slowly but steadily towards something better. The Two of Coins, the Nine of Cups, the Seven of Swords, the Eight of Swords, and from the bottom of the deck, the overall focus, general energy, is the Five of Wands. I'm going to see what's behind that. The Three of Coins, the Five of Swords. Alright, this is becoming a little more clear. So the overall energy is some kind of conflict. I mean, the general focus, or where your energy is focused on the most the last 2 weeks of December, is conflict, which the Five of Wands represents. It can also represent, conflict that stems from competitive energy if it's sports, but it can represent petty drama, petty conflict, rumors, gossip mongering. Can even represent conflict which comes from trying to keep up with the Joneses. There's some kind of partnership at the center of it here with the Three of Coins, which is a card of teamwork, collaboration, partnership with another person, or perhaps a group of people. And then the Five of Swords, which is a card that represents successfully, although it's difficult, cutting yourself free from people, places, and situations which are not working for you, which are unhealthy. So that's the general energy for the last 2 weeks of December. I was hoping the last 2 weeks of December would be a little lighter because of Christmas and New Year's, but life doesn't sometimes work that way. This isn't a particularly bad reading, it's just that the general focus of energy is conflict within a partnership or a group of people, and perhaps it looks like maybe making plans to cut yourself free from that or them because of the conflict. And the Five of Wands may be petty conflicts. It can represent circular fighting over the same thing over and over and over again. Everybody wanting to have the last word, nobody willing to back down or compromise or negotiate, which is what that partnership card is about. people aren't on the same page, and so it just keeps going on and on and on. And it feels like here you have a plan and are making decisions about moving away or putting yourself in a place where you don't have to deal with this anymore, making decisions as to what's going to make you feel happy and fulfilled, but feeling like you can't quite share that, feeling like you can't quite talk about it, like you have to keep it under wraps. Why? I don't know. We'll clarify. So we have the Knight of Coins. So we know what the general focus and energy is. Cutting yourself free, or perhaps making plans to cut yourself free out of a partnership or collaboration that isn't working anymore. Because this is a general reading, the nature of that partnership is going to vary. For some of you, it might be a love romance situation, it might be a friendship or within a circle of friends, and it might be the same energy in a work environment of some kind as well, or family. We do have the Knight of Coins with the Sun. So the Knight of Coins is the slowest and steadiest of all the knights, which bring in offers and opportunities for change. He's governed by the element of earth, so he has a plan. He's very cautious. He's very detail oriented. He doesn't rush forward like his other brother knights. He's very careful and cautious and detail oriented, and he is the one knight guaranteed to accomplish his mission and quest and cross the finish line. And what energy is that Knight of Coins bringing or working towards? The Sun, which is an uplifting of energy, a loosening up of restrictive and heavy energies, light, love, warmth, laughter, pressures being lessened or completely lifted. So there's some kind of slow but steady plan that you are working step by step to put yourself in a place where you're not dealing with all this conflict. And it probably includes cutting out people, places, and situations that are perpetuating this conflict. Then in the center here we have the Two of Coins and the Nine of Cups. So the Two of Coins, twos usually represent duality and being at a crossroads, juggling a couple of different things. But the implication is usually that at a certain point you'll have to decide which one to focus on. So it can be about, you might be, contemplating two different choices, two different people, taking action. This is a card of not taking action just yet. Maybe you're juggling two different things or options, but eventually you're going to have to make a decision. And what's that about? The Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment, abundance, kind of a sensual hedonism, your cups overflowing, feeling really good, and it's right next to the Sun. So this is, it's making decisions and changes slowly but steadily. It feels like you have a plan towards putting yourself in a place, either in a different place physically, around people, places, and situations where you don't feel this heavy, conflicted, watching your words, arguments, competitive energy, where you get to relax and enjoy yourself for a change. That's kind of what it feels like. And then we have the Seven of Swords and the Eight of Swords, which is interesting because the Seven of Swords, I usually call it my sneaky thief card, but it doesn't always need to be negative. It is a card that does imply secrecy, concealing, playing your cards close to the chest. Fundamentally, it represents someone who has something they want to do, gain, accomplish, acquire, and all of their kind of ideas and thoughts and actions and plans around that they keep to themselves because they feel they need to in order to accomplish whatever it is they're trying to accomplish, gain, acquire, etc. So it's a card of concealment. It can be a card of lies and deceit in a negative way. What clarifies it is the Eight of Swords, which represents feeling trapped and bound, that you can't free yourself from something because whatever excuses you give yourself is represented by the swords. Because swords is mental energy. Feeling trapped because, I don't know, fill in the blank. I can't share this information at work that I'm looking for a new job because it would threaten the present stability I have at my current job. I don't want to leave my current job until I have my other things set in place. I don't want to leave this current relationship until I have something, whatever it is. It feels like you are telling yourself, giving yourself whatever reasons you're giving yourself for not being open about whatever it is that you're trying to do that's going to bring you all this relief and happiness. because you feel you can't. Again, it's a general reading, so it could be anything, but whatever it is, you're telling yourself that you can't. Typically, when people do this, when we do this, it's because we don't want to reveal our plans in our current situation because it would cause more drama in our current situation, which we can't leave quite yet. So we keep it to ourselves until the moment comes when we can say what we need to say and then leave. You know, you typically represent something like that, but let's clarify. So it's quite obvious that you have a slow and steady plan towards this, you know, being free of this, being able to take a deep breath, just being able to really relax and enjoy yourself and have the things that make you feel good. So let's clarify the Two of Coins. Actually, let's clarify the Nine of Cups. Because the decision here is about doing something towards your own joy and fulfillment. The Wheel of Fortune, divine timing and orchestration, a gift. Are you trying to decide if now is the right time to do this? If what you're working towards and the decisions that you're making, is this divinely timed and orchestrated, or is it your own needs and wants? Sometimes this can represent trying to decide if what you're working towards that's different than what you currently have, do I feel compelled towards this because, you know, God, spirit, angels, and guides have put it in my lap? Or is this divine timing orchestration, or is it just my own hedonistic wants? The Fool, starting off on a brand new journey. Perhaps it might be on the risky side, because the Fool doesn't tread paths he's already tread before. He's all about blazing new trails on new paths, which can be somewhat risky. Let's see what's behind that. The Two of Cups, soulmate, kindred spirit. This, for some of you, this might be a third-party situation. It might be that there's all this constant chaos and conflict within a currently existing relationship, but you may have met someone that you feel, you're thinking is like your soulmate, and it was divinely timed and orchestrated that brought you, the two of you guys, together, and you're working towards being together. You can't be together in the way that you want to right now, but you're working towards being together, but you're keeping that secret. I mean, this might be a third-party situation for some of you, maybe even many of you. And third party can mean a variety of different things. In love and relationship, it can represent a third party in that classic sense. It can represent in a social group or a group of friends. It can represent, you know, that you have a best friend, kindred spirit, and perhaps there, you know, there's all this conflict within your social circle or social group, and you're like making plans to kind of exit. Let's clarify a little bit more. Let's clarify the Seven of Swords. What is this secrecy about? I mean, this could be love and romance. It could be a relationship with a friend, family. It could be at work. You're just tired of all the constant drama and you're making plans to exit because you have something better. Or you're wanting something better. You're wanting that perfect match, that perfect fit. The Lovers. What's behind that? The Knight of Cups. The Lovers is usually about a pretty connected, pretty passionate relationship, and you have the traditional Two of Cups and the Lovers, so probably love and romance for some of you. The Lovers represents making a decision that is either about a primary relationship or a decision that's going to affect a primary relationship. In the earliest tarot decks, this was called a choice. It showed a man standing in front of two women. The implication being it was a third-party situation, and a decision would need to be made. And there's another love offer here as well with the Knight of Cups. So this feels, for some of you, straight up a third-party situation, whether it's in love and romance, which is likely, or work or something else. You may have been working for another, you know, something that you feel is like a better fit, like a perfect fit for you. But you're not talking about it because we're clarifying our Seven of Swords. What are you not talking about? What are you not sharing or revealing? What's the secrecy about? It's about making a decision about another offer, and for most of you, probably another love offer. But you feel you can't with this Eight of Swords, feeling trapped. Why? Well, first of all, I just want to clarify this Knight of Cups. The Lovers, the Knight of Cups, it's next to the Two of Coins. Knight of Coins. There's crossroads and decisions about choosing another option all over this reading. What is the Knight of Cups? The Six of Swords, moving away from the worst of the conflict into more healing waters. The water behind this woman is very choppy and turbulent. It symbolizes the conflict, but she's made a decision to leave, and she's moving through waters that are calm, placid, peaceful, serene. Not quite to the other shore, non-solid ground, but moving towards it. The Two of Wands behind it, again, crossroads energy, making a decision or a choice to leave behind whatever the source of this conflict is, to cut it away, even though it will be difficult. So let's clarify why you feel trapped. What is this Eight of Swords? Why is this all undercover? The Four of Wands, happy home, home stability. The Three of Cups, party, good times, socializing. Yeah, it may be that for the time being, you're keeping this under wraps because it would compromise the current stability of your home, your primary relationship, your work environment. The Three of Cups and the Four of Wands, they're both celebratory cards that involve friends and family, so it also might be that you're not coming out with this information right now because we're dead smack in the middle of the holiday season and you want to wait until the holidays are over. You don't want to do anything that's going to upset people during the holiday season. Yeah. But it looks like you're already on an active path, a plan. So let's end with pulling one or two advice, guidance card. What is the best way for Sagittarius to navigate through this time period, the last 2 weeks of December? Or what should they do as a result of this? I mean, I can understand not wanting to do something you feel might be bad news. One more card, please. During the holiday season, which would imply that as soon as the holiday season is over, you might want to be truthful about it. Okay, we have the Knight of, oh, those are two cards. The Knight of Wands with the Ace of Swords and the Page of Swords. These are cards of advice for how to best navigate through this. This is all about coming clean, being open, being honest about this as quickly and directly as possible. The Knight of Wands is the fastest of all knights. He rushes right in to do whatever it is his mission or quest is. The Ace of Cups is truth, light, enlightenment, illumination, clarity. The Page of Swords is messages, communication. Yeah, so again, free will, free agency. You can do whatever it is you think it's best. If you think it's really best for the family environment, the work environment, to wait until directly after the holiday season, fair enough, I can understand that. But Spirit is strongly encouraging you at the earliest possible opportunity that you can to come clean with whatever this is and be honest and open about what you're doing. I don't know why. We'd have to explore that in a more personal reading for those of you that it would resonate with, but that's what Spirit is encouraging you to do, is kind of like lay your cards on the table and go, look, this is the way it is. This is what's going on. So, Sagittarius, that is your reading for the last half of December 2020. I hope it was helpful and useful. Again, if you would be interested in reaching out for a personal reading for yourself or perhaps as a gift for someone else, feel free to email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. You'll see that email address by clicking on the arrow, the little description link below. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the very first general readings of the year 2021. I wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and a happy, better New Year. And I hope to see you back here again in a couple of weeks. Take care. Bye-bye.